Hey everybody, I'm Axel, the Wondrous Writing Witch. Thank you for joining me today. I hope everyone is having a wonderful week so far. Today I'm going to be talking about the subreddit Am I the Asshole and talking about some of the bookish related posts. I thought it would be a fun thing to do because my last name is unrelatedly the acronym for the subreddit. It's actually based on the Etruscan god of the underworld, kind of the equivalent to Hades, but moving on, let's read some of these posts and I will just kind of give my opinion about it. I am going to be reading them off my computer, so bear with me because some of them are a little bit long. Okay, first one up. Am I the asshole for demanding my girlfriend tells me her author's pen name? Yes, probably. Without reading for context, I'm gonna say yes. I, male 32, have been dating. I'm not gonna read the name because I can't pronounce it. I'll be honest. Female 32 for 6 months now. She's always been very vague about what she does for a living. She says things like writing and working from home, but recently one of her friends mentioned something and I finally dragged it out of her. She's an author. She writes and self-publishes romance and erotica stories and novels, and while not rich, she's able to make a living out of it. I googled her name and couldn't find anything, so I demanded... I'm sorry, I read a little too fast. I googled her name and couldn't find anything, so I confronted her about this. She said she's writing under a pen name, so I demanded she gives it to me so I know what she does. She refuses, saying she doesn't want it to be leaked even by accident and no one knows. I accused her of not trusting me and she still refused, which was really annoying. I tried a nicer approach and told her that I want to know her fantasies so I can try it out with her. She scolded me and says what she writes aren't her fantasies but her readers, and she's not going to tell me. At night, I tried to check her laptop for her pen name and she changed her password before bed. I was annoyed and told her she clearly didn't trust me and it's not fair, that I have a right to know what she writes, especially since it's a sensitive topic and I don't know her if I don't know her pen name. She was furious. I tried to look on her laptop and told me to go home. Before leaving, I told her when she calls to apologize, I expect to get her pen name with the apology. She called me an asshole on my way out. I thought she'd call by now, but she hasn't. My sister told me I was the asshole and I should apologize, but I just don't see it and need a second opinion. Was I the asshole? So yeah, I was right. Yeah, you are the asshole, OP. I don't think I'm gonna say anyone's OP, tag or anything. I'm sure you can find these if you really want to know. But yeah, OP, you have no right to her information. If she doesn't want to tell you, she doesn't have to tell you. Also, the fact that you were trying to look on her laptop, she doesn't trust you. She shouldn't trust you. You're a walking red flag. Please don't even try to apologize because she's better off without you. I'm sorry. Next! Am I the asshole for not telling my family about being an author? When I was younger, my 27 female parents, late 50s, always told me I was a great writer, but I absolutely should not pursue writing. They routinely discouraged me and even pulled me from writers' workshops and creative writing clubs in high school and middle school. Both my mom and dad, they're divorced, basically never agreed on anything except that you'd be destitute and a poor hobo living on the streets if I pursued writing. So I ended up getting the STEM degree they wanted, and have a good job. But I've been writing on the side for about 5.5 years now, and I've made a name for myself in a specific niche. I don't make a ton of money, but I've won a couple awards and have some small success in what has become my hobby. I elected not to tell my family or really anyone besides my current partner, 30, male of 3 years, because, well, fuck them. But also, I write the romance category, and there's some sexual smut in my books. I guess I feel weird and uncomfortable about sharing that with them too. Anyways, my partner Jack told them about it when we visited my mom and aunt last month, and now they have been sending me all kinds of messages about how I'm a bad daughter, and that I should have told them and shared my success. But they basically complained that I robbed them of the opportunity to share info with my family and friends about my success. I told Jack that we needed to spend some time apart because I felt like my boundaries were violated, and he got upset, saying, he got upset, but he's staying at the hotel at the moment. I'm thinking about breaking up with him, which I've been told by my mom sounds crazy. Sorry, that last paragraph was a mission for me. My mom also didn't call me on my birthday this year and instead sent me a text saying, if you don't want to talk with us, that's fine, but that's what it'll be like. Am I the asshole in this situation? I guess this is a pretty big thing for me to hide for more than half a decade. I don't think you're the asshole because writers get a lot of flack. No matter what the genre is, writers get flack, and a lot of people are unsupportive. I cannot personally relate to a family being unsupportive because I have a very supportive family and I'm very lucky. However, if they weren't, I probably wouldn't share it with them either. It's not their success, so it's not their business or their right to feel like they have an entitlement to share that with you. Is it unfortunate and shitty? Yes. But I don't think that the OP is an asshole based on wanting to keep their success to themselves after being discouraged their whole life. Like, that leaves a mark, especially as a young person when your family is like, oh, you're awesome at that, but don't do that. You'll be on the streets. That's awful. Be unhappy. You'll have money, but be unhappy. Don't do what makes you happy. You'll be on the streets. There's so many things wrong with that, and that hurts my soul when people have parents and family that kind of discourage them, especially to such a harsh degree. That hurts my soul for the OP. But no, I do not think you're an asshole, OP, and now I'm just a little sad. Fuck your parents. Maybe it could have been talked about with the partner instead of it resulting in this. If you had maybe said that you didn't want this information given out, then he might not have. If it wasn't specifically stated, I hate to tell you, men can be stupid, but like to brag about their wives and partners and girlfriends and all those. So I don't know about that whole situation. That's unfortunate, but maybe more communication was needed. I don't have enough context from the post. So moving on to the next one. Am I the asshole for refusing to leave the house during my wife's book club? My wife has a weekly book club with her friends, and I'm really happy that she takes the time to enjoy her hobbies and connect with friends. The issue is that she volunteered to host the club in our home, and I'm not allowed to be there while they're meeting. Well, I don't mind busying myself for an hour once in a while. They meet weekly for 3 to 4 hours at a time, and she says there's a no men rule because the women share private things with each other, which I understand and respect. But I don't think it's fair for them to expect me to get kicked out of my own home for most of my weekend, especially since I work 6 days a week. We both work, but I work more days, and I only have that one Saturday off. I also prefer to spend the extra time playing video games, so it's not like I can take my computer to Starbucks with me. I've offered to put on headphones and stay in the bedroom, but she says the women will still feel my presence. I've asked if the women could take turns hosting, but she says all of the women have reason why they can't host, including, which I thought was kind of irritating, some of their husbands not wanting to leave the home for so many hours. I've also asked if they could meet at the coffee shop or even offered to help pay for them to rent a meeting room somewhere, but she says that they will feel more comfortable in a home. This has been going on for 2 months now, and last week I told my wife I couldn't keep this up anymore and she would have to find a solution herself because I've given her so many options already, and I gave her the heads up that I wasn't leaving this weekend. I think she thought I was bluffing, but come Saturday I stayed home. Out of respect, I stayed in the bedroom while everyone came over, but they knew I was there and I could tell the meeting got cut short because of it. My wife and I had a huge row after, and here we are now. She's not talking to me, and I'm pretty pissed, but I'm not sure who's really in the wrong here. Edit, because some have asked, my wife and I do spend time together on my day off. We usually get breakfast, go to the market, etc. And after the book club, she likes to go out for dinner, movie, etc. But I need some of my own time, my own private time too, which is why I want to play video games for a couple of hours in between. My wife also picked the day because it's the only day all of our friends can meet as well, which is why Saturday is the only day they can all meet. Okay, so that's complicated, but I definitely don't think you're an asshole for not wanting to leave your own home. It's totally unreasonable, especially if you work 6 days a week. What? I don't know what she expects from you. That's kind of rude, to expect you to give up a majority of your only day off so she can have the house. It is both of your homes, and you are more than welcome to, be in your home, especially because you did offer so many compromises. I understand the wanting space, especially, women want that safe space. I definitely understand that, but there was compromises offered, and it isn't just her home, so a compromise needs to be reached on her end. It isn't just fair to say that he is kicked out of his own home for 3 to 4 hours every one of his days off. I just think that's unreasonable. But yeah, I don't think you're an asshole. I don't think your wife is an asshole either. I just think it's difficult for people to arrange such a thing. And when someone has it, it's nice because I've always been one of the places that people come to gather. And it definitely comes with its own struggles, hosting, cleanup, it's a process, but having that space is really nice. And it can definitely be a struggle to find an alternative sometimes. But the OP did offer plenty of solutions, so I think that they need to figure that out, but I do not think he is the asshole. Anyway, I ranted for quite a little bit there. What are your opinions on these posts? Do you think they are or are not the asshole? Do you have any situations where you're curious if you were the asshole and you want a second opinion? That would be interesting. Leave those in the comments. Merphy Napier did a similar video. Hers is super funny. I'm going to leave a link to that in the comments, or if I can do something where I leave it on screen, I'm going to try and do that, but I'm not the best at editing these yet, so we will see. Either way, you should go check it out. It was really funny. And until next week, thank you guys for dealing with my patience. I know the video came out a little late, but I'm awful with technology and I had an issue, so we'll just keep rolling with those punches. I will see you guys next week. Until then, spread all the love and positivity you can. Bye.